Hello, my name is Oscar Faulkner, and today I'm joined by Xavier Cheval, Head of Healthcare Property at Praemia REIM. Xavier, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you, Oscar.
What is driving investor demand for assets like clinics, hospitals, and care homes today?
So as a real estate investor, what I see when I talk to investors is their interest for this asset class because of its strong fundamentals in terms of demographics and visibility on demand. So, of course, aging population, implementation of new procedures, new techniques drives long-term demand and sustain the fundamentals of the cash flows we are looking at. So basically, the rents paid for using healthcare assets, healthcare brick and mortar. So that's the first thing. And then, in comparison to other asset classes, real estate asset classes, it's proven that it's a very resilient asset class. So returns that are fair in the 6% area, cash on cash on a yearly basis. You get hedge against inflation, and overall a very acyclical asset class. So the risk return profile is defensive and therefore attractive.
How does Praemia REIM's long-term leasing model with healthcare operators help de-risk investments compared with other commercial real estate?
So what we intend to do when we sign a lease agreement is to have it long-term. So it's both a protection for the tenant itself because he has a long-term view over his ability to operate the facility. And for us, of course, it's a long-term view over the rental cash flow, so the income coming from the lease agreement. So that's a first thing that they risk. So less volatility over the future cash flows. And then we like to have partnerships with our tenants. So it's operating real estate. So the idea is basically to have a 9 months over time of how the real estate should evolve to accompany the evolution in terms of care provision, whether it is hospital care or elderly care.
Which European markets or asset types do you see as the most promising for healthcare real estate growth over the next few years?
So just looking at the figures, what is trending right now is clearly elderly care. So because the aging of the population is clearly foreseen everywhere in Western Europe. So you have big inflows of capital, especially in the UK, in Southern Europe, to buy existing assets, standing assets, to develop new ones, especially in Southern Europe, where there is a lack of available beds. If you just look at the trends and the additional elderly population coming to this market. So that's the most trending markets in my opinion. And then there is another factor. Given the higher occupancy rates reached by elderly care, probably operators and therefore also the landlords will regain a bit of pricing power over time. So you have markets that are very free markets, liberal markets like the UK or to some extent France in the elderly care. But other ones that are more regulated with tariffs set by the governments. But on the back of a higher demand that is not fully satisfied, you will probably see higher prices coming and more flexibility for the operator to adjust to inflation and so on.
Xavier, thank you very much.
Thank you, Oscar.